based on everything you've looked at, everything you know, everybody you've talked to, do you have some kind of personal theory of what happened that night?
Oh God. Um, I really feel strongly about investigating Brian Higgins. I just found his response that night to be highly suspicious. And maybe I dissect it for you a little bit.
Please do.
Um, I find it suspicious that he collected his own evidence for us of what he thought we would want. I find it suspicious that just a couple days later, well, let me do it in chronological order. Is that I find it suspicious that after a night of drinking, his first thought was to return to Canton Police Department. While clearly I would say under the influence. I think we could all say that fairly. And your first response is to walk around a bunch of other cops after having driven your personal vehicle drunk to the station and do some type of administrative work. I found that initially very suspicious. And one of my things in my report was I think we should look into the nature of Brian Higgins. Does he normally come to the police station between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. to do administrative work? And if he doesn't do that, why? Is it simply because he thought the weather was bad and he wanted to be helpful? I find that disingenuous. Really, your first thought after a night of drinking was to go move some cars. We couldn't deal with that later. Um, so I thought that I would have liked to seen his access logs to the Canton Police Department, and I would have done an assessment of is this something that he's regularly done, or has he never come into the Canton Police Department after hours? It's not something he's ever done. Okay, that's okay. That's interesting. We should take this into consideration. I would have got his cell phone records to determine whether or not he truly did provide us all the messages that he said he provided. And I would have done that because during that we investigation and in the trial, they learned that he conducted what I say is abnormal, which is to destroy an iPhone 11 that has value, to destroy a SIM card, and then to purposely put them in a remote location that would be unrecoverable to your average person, and not even just be discovered by somebody that might be going through a trash can, right? Like if you were to do it behind a dumpster behind a grocery store, somebody dumpster diving. So he put it in a place that is unrecoverable. And that what's interesting then it makes the presumption that you still can't recover what's on that phone. I would have investigated whether or not his cell phone records from his service provider are consistent with his statement. Did he go out to that military base? Did the phone disconnect from the network at or near the time he says he destroyed it? Right? And then I would have gone and made determinations of his iCloud account. What does he have backed up on his iCloud account? Why? And I would look for legal process to examine those things. I would have done an examination of his vehicle. The nature of where he was at was also in the area of the crime scene. We need a